True Reddit horror stories. So, I was about 11 at the time. My dad liked to take us out camping in the summer and sometimes winter. My dad usually took me and all of my brothers camping, but only took me, Ethan, Kyle, and Trevor. This was strange because he would also take Michael too, but didn't. But Michael was 18 at the time, so it was understandable. My dad drove me and my brothers to a forest to camp in. We got out of the car and set our tents up. Once we were done, the sun was ready to set. We got a fire going and sat on some logs we found. My brother Kyle started to tell us some scary stories that, now that I think about them, are not that scary. I remember he told me a story that made me nearly pee my pants. Our dad fell asleep in his tent, so did Trevor, so it was just me, Kyle, and Ethan. Ethan was in the middle of telling a story, and all of a sudden, we heard rustling in the bushes. Ethan's face went pale. Kyle decided, like the idiot he is, he would go investigate. He would soon regret it, though. Kyle started walking over to the bushes, and the rustling got louder and louder until it stopped. Kyle split the bushes open and he saw nothing. All of a sudden, a woman's scream in the distance was heard. Kyle ran into his tent. Ethan started calling him a wuss. The screaming was heard, but closer. "What the hell is? Who the hell is screaming?" Ethan said. A thud was heard and Ethan ran into his tent. I trailed behind him. I didn't want to stay outside on my own. It was the next day and we told our dad what had happened last night. He thought it was bluff and that we were probably just imagining it because it was late at night. We backed our stuff and put it in the back of the car, and got in Trevor, went in the bushes to pee, so we were late getting home. Suddenly, Trevor came running towards the car, screaming, "Dad, Dad! Someone's dead! Someone's dead!" We didn't believe him. Trevor insisted we followed him to see it for ourselves, and oh boy, she was dead all right. Her tongue was swollen. There was a pool of blood that was around the body. She was, at least from what I could tell anyway, stabbed 10 times. Bruises were all over her body. They were all sorts of colors from green to blue. A gun was near her shoe that was taken off. The gun had no bullets in. My dad called the police. They said whoever did it must have planned it out, so then there was no DNA evidence, not even a single fingerprint. To this day, I still get shivers down my spine the more I think about it. Maybe the screaming we heard was from the woman. Who knows? I have more scary stories that happened to me when I was 11 to my current age now, 18.